Hello there. King Kong. Peter Jackson's King Kong. Honestly, I truly can't say I actually enjoy the movie. I can never actually rewatch it. However, anytime I do want to see something that's actually amazing, I go to the one because I have the extended version. I go to the 1 hour mark in the movie and then watch for an hour and 30 minutes from there. The entire time from when they get to Kong Island to when they capture Kong. I love that. There are certain parts about it, like I always forget her name. The chick when she dances, when she gets friendly with Kong. Not really. I don't care for. I love seeing the soldiers, or they're not really soldiers, the pirates. I like seeing them try to survive on the island, trying to save the girl. It's cool to watch all that. It's cool to see those giant insects being creepy. It's amazing to watch Kong fighting 3 T-Rexes. That is awesome to watch through and through. Them having to fight crickets, them having to fight giant like anglerfish. Yeah, it's creepy. Even I get disturbed every single time when I see the bugs trying to eat people alive. I get I get uncomfortable. Or when I see the centipede crawling all over the girl, it's disturbing. And it's amazing that they can do that, because sometimes you'll see bugs blown up, and not blown up like exploded, but blown up in size, like in Ant-Man. And then they try to make them look cute. That wouldn't be cute. That ant would be trying to kill everything. So it's one of those things that's just like, it literally knew what an insect would do and stuck with it. Insects would be terribly scary if they were huge. And let's face it, their carapaces would be very useful for things. But they're too squishy right now. So it's one of those things that's just like, I love it just for that. I've seen the entirety of the movie once before. But literally, if you've seen one Kong movie, because it's been remade several times. It was, what was it? I don't think it was 30. I know there was like a 40s, and then another one remade in the 70s, and then there was Peter Jackson's. And yeah, there are always those movies that constantly get remade every generation. And they're always the same. The benefit of Peter Jackson's was he decided to stay on Skull Island for a longer period of time, showing the world, showing the fact that this is a world, this is a land the world has forgotten, that life has not touched, that everything has stayed still. It's a Jurassic area. It's a gigantic area. The bugs had to evolve to grow huge because the dinosaurs are still around. So it's one of those things that they need to feed as well instead of getting trampled everywhere. Everything kind of learned to coexist or grew a different way. One thing I do wish is that the trees would have grown in turn, so that way they grew to be several times larger to compensate. But then again, that just means anyone who grows plants, that just means they lived far longer. So I guess that does make sense, but maybe different breeds. I didn't notice any different breeds of trees, but you don't really focus on that, I guess. But it's fun to watch just for that. So if you have the extended version, or if you've never seen it, just find out what time Kong Skull Island, when they get to that point, watch it from there, just for all the action, just for the characters, because there are certain characters that are just like, you feel sad because one guy's trying to sacrifice himself for this kid who's on the crew of the ship, because he sees himself as kind of like the mentor to this kid, the father to this kid. So he's willing to sacrifice himself, and then the kid becomes devastated when he dies. So there are a lot of little things like that. Andy Serkis has like this connection with this I think it's the cook of the ship, the Asian cook of the ship. So he's willing to do anything, try saving him several times while they're on Skull Island, and then only to lose him at near the very end. It's tragic, because even Andy Serkis goes crazy trying to protect the corpse of his friend, sacrifices himself just trying to save the corpse from his friend from being eaten. So there are a lot of little things like that are just like that. It's nice to watch. It's great to see because there's far more character in that 1 hour and 30 minutes throughout the whole film, but with each and every individual character there than there is in all the monster universe, except for Kong Skull Island, of course. There's something about Skull Island that seems to bring out the best in storytelling. I don't know what it is, but every time they introduce it, Kong Skull Island, Peter Jackson's King Kong, it seems to just be perfect. It seems to just be very well thought out because it's man versus nature. You can't get more basic than that. And we can all relate to that. Instinctively, we can all relate to that. Even though most of us have never experienced something like that at this point in time because everything's given to us, you can relate. Because even now, there's always an uphill battle. There's always an uphill climb. You're always trying to get somewhere further. So it's the most basic nature, which is still inbred in us. It's still a part of us, instinctive in us. Yeah, so it's worth it just to watch that. Buy the movie just to watch that section. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.